So this is a quick show and tell on how I use my keyword data bank that I made. It has basically two functions. One, which is to store all of my keywords. Basically, these have been generated through Google Keyword Planner or other keyword research sites like Ubersuggest. But Keyword Planner, of course, has the um, downloadable keyword report, which I just upload and basically copy and paste to this. So here is the main function of my interface page. It makes it super easy to generate relative keywords that I'm looking for that are within my data bank without having to search through this entire bank. And this is for keyword researchers who may build up keyword lists that could be 1,000 keywords long or 1,000 lines long. So this is pretty much a short way to generate it. So say for example, here are my three categories. If I go to, let's say, event marketing, right here will sort and filter it out. This slicer right here will filter out this pivot table to show only every keyword under event marketing. Now, the part that takes it a step further and makes it even better is this right here will show every keyword. I've also listed it under secondary keywords. So let's, for example, let's do brand activation and click apply. This shows brand activation as my secondary keyword, but also every keyword that I have listed under brand activation that is relative to this keyword. So that makes it super easy. So it shows which keywords they are, the level of competition they are, and the monthly amount of searches that they get in Google. So again, it makes it super easy. So I do not have to search throughout this entire bank. And basically, what I did here was we got to back out and just kind of recreate it. Delete, delete, and I'll delete this slicer and delete this slicer. Okay, so this is my raw data bank. Right here, you see I start off with my categories. This is a separate chart for my categories: event marketing, digital marketing, graphic design, and I can swap them out if I have a different topic I'm working for, or these can be used for a client as well. So right here, you see I created under the primary. These are the categories, and I can sort out the keywords by these categories. So I can do digital marketing, I could do event marketing. I can switch to any one of those and start categorizing my keywords by that. So this one I'm gonna take back to digital. And right here are the secondary, or other words, short tail keywords that are serviced like one of the umbrellas for my actual keywords that I'm going to be looking for. And of course, Google Keyword Planner doesn't give you the exact search volume anymore. So I have the minimum and the max volume, which I hardly really use or rely on, but also competition. It's just there just to kind of give you an idea. Over here, I have the keywords, the actual keywords right here, and these can be right now 23, but as you do your keyword research, of course, the list will get longer, hence the need for an actual keyword bank with a great user interface. So basically, just highlight this, do a data, and I'm going to create a pivot table, and I'm going to do it to my existing sheet. I'm going to put it over here. Over here is a nice place to put it. So there. Okay. Create. Okay. Now, even though Google Sheets is kind of weird because even though it's a column, it works best under rows. So row, keyword, I don't want to show totals. Add another row. Basically, what do I want to show in this pivot table? Keyword, keyword competition, and keyword, of course, monthly searches, the amount of monthly searches monthly that this keyword gets. And that is my list right here. However, you see this list can get, right now it's pretty short, but of course, like I said, if you build up a list, this can go on forever, which usually it does. So we're gonna go ahead and build that second list to where I can help narrow it down by creating another filter. So just basically the same thing. Pivot table, existing sheet, over here, get over here. All right, cool. All right, create, and my secondary keywords under this one, secondary, and what else? Secondary competition. Now, again, this could go on forever. I could do locations, which you saw that I had the column under there for it. You can do it by location of the keyword where it gets the most hits. But for this, I just keep it really super short to focus on just what the keyword is, competition, and the amount of searches that it gets monthly on Google. So, all right. So again, these lists can go on forever, and although this does a great job at there we go. Although this does a great job at listing all of them and finding what you want, there still needs to be an easy way to sort these out. So click on this one, and we're going to create slicers, which I heard was recently introduced to Google Sheets, which I actually love using Google Sheets more than anything else like numbers or Excel. But the slicer was actually recently introduced to it. So anyways, here's my slicer, and I'm going to choose a column, which is the primary. Okay, now just a quick function, of course, digital marketing, event marketing, graphic, boom. Now right here, you see both of these tables moved. This is my actual keywords. Right here, keyword competition. And over here, secondary and the secondary competition keywords both move depending on what it is, depending on what I choose. Now, digital marketing, boom. You see that happens. So basically, I can move both of these charts under one slicer, but it works best to choose different categories, of course. So I can have multiple categories moving under this one slicer, but I don't want to do that because what I want to do is actually make this list shorter. So here's what I do. I go ahead and copy this slicer, which already has the data that I want, and let's do paste. And just going to kind of reformat this really quick. So reformat it, edit slicer, and this is going to be my secondary. So, all right, cool. All right, so now we have that same function I was working on earlier. Okay, let's do it again. Event marketing. Boom, both tables move. However, I want to narrow this down even further. So I'm going to do brand activation, and I'm going to apply. Boom. So this list right here created all of the keywords and short tail the long tail keywords and the short tail keywords under event marketing. But I want to find specific ones that have to do with brand activation. So I used my second slicer to do that, and I pulled up activation definition, brand build, brand emotion, all things that are also relative to this specific keyword, which could be maybe a topic that I'm writing about, or just something I want to research under this specific topic. And under this topic, I have built up a list of, again, relative relative keywords, and of course how many monthly searches it gets and the level of competition. And these slices are also brandable if I wanted to give them to a client, so I can make it whatever color. This is my brand color. That's my brand color right here. So that's basically how I use it. And this thing is pretty handy. I don't have to search through a large table of keywords. Also, as you can see, this is very user friendly. So I could give it to someone else and they could use it for their content purposes. So that's basically how I do my table, and it's been makes life a heck of a lot easier.